Welcome to another part of discussion. Direction for the following 4 items. Read the following 4 passages and answer the items that follow. Your answer to this item should be based on the passages only. Passage 1. Fig trees. Genus Ficus are the considered of the sacred in India, East Asia and Africa and are common in agriculture and urban landscape, where the other large trees are absent. In natural forest, fig trees provided food for wildlife when other resources are scarce and support the high density and diversity of frugivorous and fruit-eating animals. If frugivorous birds and bats continue to visit the trees located in the site with the high human disturbance, sacred of the fig trees may be promoted the frugivorous abundance. Under this favorable microclimate, plenty of settling of other tree species would grow around the fig trees. Question number 11. Based on the passage. On the basis of the passage given the above, the following assumptions have been made. Fig trees can be often the keystone of the species in the natural forest. 2. Fig trees can be grow where the other large woody species cannot be grow. 3. Sacred trees can have a role in the biodiversity conservation. Fig trees have a role in the seed dispersal and other tree species. Which of the above assumptions is valid? Option A 1 and 2 only. Option B 2, 3 only. Option C 2 and 4 only. Option D 1, 2, 3 and 4 only. Answer is option D 1, 3, 4 only. Passage 2. At the heart of the agroecology is the idea that agroecosystem should mimic the biodiversity level and functioning the natural ecosystem. Such of the agricultural mimics like their natural models can be productive and pest resistant, nutrient and conserving, and the resilient to shock the stress in the ecosystem. There is no waste. Nutrients are recycled identified finally. Our agroecology aims at closing the nutrient loops, that is returning all the nutrients that come out of the soil back to the soil, such as through the application of farmyard manure. It also harness the natural process and to control the pests and boost the soil fertility. That is through the intercropping agroecology practices included the integration of three which livestock and crops. Consider the following: 1. Cover crops. 2. Fertigations. 3. Hydroponics. 4. Mixed farming. 5. Polyculture. 6. Vertical farming. Which of the above farming practices can be compatible with the agroecology as implied by the passage? Option A 1, 4 and 5 only. Option B 2, 3, 4, 5 only. Option C 1, 2, 3 and 6 only. Option D 4 and 6 only. Answer is option A, that is 1, 4 and 5 only. Passage 3. Computers increasingly deal not just with the abstract data like credit card details and database, but also with the real world of the physical object and vulnerable human bodies. A modern car is a computer on wheels. On an aeroplane is the computer of wing. The arrival of the Internet of Things will see the computer back into the everything from the road sign and MRI the scanners to prosthetic and insulin pumps. There is a little evidence that these gadgets will be any more trustworthy than there is the desktop counterparts. Hackers have already provided that they can take the remote control of internet connection, cars and peacemakers. Question number 13. Which of the above following statement best of the reflect the most critical inference that can be made from the passage given above? A. Computers are not completely safe. B. Companies producing the software tool do not take the cybersecurity seriously. C. Stringent data security laws are needed. D. The present trend of the communication technologies will affect our lives in future. Answer is option number A. Computers are not completely safe. Passage number 4. A social and physical environment riddled with the poverty, inequities and unhygienic and insensitive conditions that generates that the risks of the infectious disease. Hygiene has different levels: personal, domestic and community hygiene. There is no doubt that the personal cleanliness the bringing down the rate of infectious disease, but the entry of the market into this domain has created a false sense of the security that gets conditioned and reinforced by the onslaught of advertisement experiences in Western Europe, and shows that along with the personal hygiene, general improvement in the environmental condition and the components like clean water, sanitation and food security have brought down infantile death and infection rate considerably. The obsessions with the hand of the hygienic also bringing in the prestige and influences the market on the personal health and operates of the marginalized and negative impact on ecology. The emergence of the resistance of the green. On the basis of the passage of the given the above of the following of the assumptions have been made. 1. People who are obsessed with the personal hygiene tend to be ignored of the community hygiene. Option 2. Emergence of multi-drugs resistance of the green can be prevented by the personal cleanliness. 3. Entry of the market in the domain of the hygiene increases the risk of infection disease. 4. Scientific and micro level of interventions are not sufficient to bringing down the burden of infectious disease. 5. It is the community hygiene implemented through the public health and measure that to the really effective in the battle of the against to the infection disease. Which of the above assumptions are valid? Option A 1 and 2 only, option B 3 and 4 only, option C 4 and 5 only, option D 1, 2 and 4 only. Answer is option number C, that is 4 and 5 only. Question number 15. A statement followed by the conclusion 1 and conclusion 2 is given below. You have to take of the statement to be true even if it seems to add the variance from the commonly known facts. Read all conclusion and then decide at which given conclusions logically follow from the statement of the D regarding the commonly known facts. Statement: some cats are almiras and some almiras are chairs and all chairs are table. Conclusion 1. Certainly some almiras are tables. Conclusion 2. Some cats may not be chairs. Which of one of the following is correct? Option A only conclusion 1, option B only conclusion 2, C both conclusion 1 and 3 2, and D neither conclusion 1 nor conclusion 2. Answer is option number C, both conclusion 1 and 2. Question number 16. A boy plays with a ball and he drops it from a height of 1.5 meters. Every time the ball hits the ground, it bounces back to attain a height of 4/5 of the previous height. The ball does not bounce the further if the previous height is less than 50 cm. What is the number of times the ball hits the ground before the ball stops bouncing? Option A 4, option B 5, option C 6, and option D 7. Answer is option B 5. Question number 17. Images of consonants of English alphabet capitals are observed in the mirror. What is the number of images of these which do not look like their original shapes? Option A 13, option B 14, option C 15, and option D 16. Answer is option number B 14. Question number 18. A bank employee drives 10 km towards the south from her house and turns to her left and drives another 20 km. She again turns left and drives 40 km. Then she turns to her right and drives for another 5 km. She again turns the right and drives another 30 km to reach her bank where she works. What is the shortest distance between her bank and her house? Option A 20 km, option B 25 km, option C 30 km, and option D 35 km. Answer is option B 25 km. Question number 19. Integers are listed from 700 to 1000. In how many integers is the same sum of the digit of 10? Option A 6, option B 7, option C 8, option D 9. Answer is option D 9. A woman runs 12 km towards her north, then 6 km towards her south, and then 8 km towards her east. And in which direction is she from her starting point? Option A angle less than 45% south of east, option B an angle less than 45 north of east, option C an angle more than 45 south of east, option D an angle more than 45 degree north of east. Answer is option number B, an angle less than 45 degree north of east. Thank you.